Israel has vaccinated approximately 27% of its citizens. That's about 2.4 million people of its population of 9. While it's vaccinated more people per capita than any country around the globe, its plan has also drawn some criticism for exclusion of Palestinians living in Gaza and the West Bank. Correspondent Paula Slier is with us now. Paula, good afternoon to you and welcome. By all accounts, in Israel, the vaccination program has been successful. Let's start there. What has the logistical management been like? Why has it been successful?
Well, there's a number of reasons. First and foremost, everybody in Israel is recorded on the national healthcare system. So they have a digital administration and record of everybody. So in that respect, it's quite easy to get people to come to the healthcare centers and have the vaccination. Israel's also a relatively small country. As you mentioned, the population here is only 9 million. So we're not talking about a country with as big a population as South Africa, if one had to compare it to South Africa, for example. The army has been involved with the administration and the distribution of the vaccination. And also there is a political impetus behind this for the Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu. There are elections coming up in March, and he wants to be able to use the success of the vaccination as part of his success story when Israelis go back to the polls in March. So that is all part of the reason why Israel has been able to be so successful to date.
Notwithstanding that, a government has been under fire for excluding the Palestinian territories. How is it defending this?
Well, the Israelis really say it's not their responsibility to vaccinate Palestinians, that it's a different administration and that the responsibility falls under the Palestinian Authority. Now, the Palestinians, for their side, certainly say that Israel has kept them in a second-class citizens. Israel is ruling over them. Israel administers their borders and stops them effectively from managing their own affairs. And in this respect, the Palestinians say it is Israel's responsibility. Now, we are hearing news that the Palestinians will be receiving, it was supposed to arrive today, 5,000 vaccinations from the Russians, and this vaccination is known as Sputnik 5. Because of technical holdups, the vaccinations are facing problems traveling from Amman to Jerusalem. But Israel has given permission that once they arrive here, they will be able to enter the Palestinian Authority. Having said that, I've also been receiving criticism from the Palestinians saying that although the official word is that healthcare workers and hospital staff will be the first Palestinians to receive the vaccination, Palestinians on the ground are quite angry that it looks as if it's the Palestinian Authority, in other words, people in government, who will be the first to receive these vaccinations. But we're talking only about 5,000, and there really are some 2 million Palestinians.
Paula Slier, thank you very much indeed. In Israel, now Brazil